Welcome to Pimpin Positivity Podcast. My name is Alethea Crimmins. You may know me as Miss_HDIC. We gonna dive right into this. Honey, this episode is all about ships, friendships, relationships, situationships, ships. First of all, you need to know and understand that you are not for everybody and everybody ain't for you. I am so tired of people trying to make themselves be for everybody. Stop trying to fit in to places where you do not belong. Everybody is not going to like you, and that's okay because everybody ain't got good taste, honey. So you trying to be for everybody, but everybody don't have that type of palate to appreciate the flavor that is you. Okay? So we're going to have to stop that right now. Let me tell you something. I know that there are some people out here that do not like chocolate, but do you think Hershey is going to stop making chocolate because 5 motherfuckers don't like chocolate? No, Hershey going to keep on making chocolate because that's what they do. It don't matter if you don't like it. Somebody is going to like it. So stop trying to fit in because 5 people do not like you. Fuck them 5 people. That is my hashtag, FTP. Fuck them people. Because what they eat will not make you shit. Okay? Oftentimes we like to settle for people because we feel that that's what we deserve. We settle in our friendships. We settle in our relationships. We settle in these situationships. Like, why are we a side piece right now? Like, why are we not number one? Like, why are we number 2? Knowing that we should be number 1, but we're settling because we think that that's all that we deserve. It's not. You deserve so much more than the shit that you settle for. I repeat, you deserve so much more than the shit that you settle for. And we do that even in our friendships. We are so quick to call people our friend. That's my friend. That's my friend. We just met for 5 minutes. What is my last name? But you my friend. Everybody does not have your best interest at heart. And sometimes we need to reevaluate our circle. Because everybody doesn't have the best for you. I was just recently telling my daughter, fall is coming. Seasons change. Seasons change just like these leaves. The leaves turn green and brown. They fall off, but the tree is still standing. Some people are meant to fall out of your life, but just like those leaves fell, spring is coming and new leaves are going to come. Everybody is not meant to be taken with you. Some people are meant to be left behind. And just because you popping and they stopping, I mean, that's a them problem. It's not a you problem. You can't stop the race because you want to go back and get somebody else and help them cross that finish line. They stopped. You didn't. So you have to keep going. And you can't feel bad about it. And I know oftentimes our friends, so you see this anytime that you are talking about your friend and you have to put them in quotation marks, you automatically know that that's not your friend. Because I would never say, oh, well, my friend said, well, baby, that's not your friend. Because if you are starting it off like that, then you already know that that person does not have the best for you. And I already know that I'm about to get some good gossip about what your friend did, that your friend should not have done. We need to reevaluate our circle. I'm going to tell you a story. So I had a friend who has this vehicle. And she loves her vehicle and she would always take it to the same mechanic. And every time she would go there, something would always be messed up. Every time. And she'd go get it fixed. 1 or 2 weeks later, something else is messed up. I'm like, why do you keep going to him? Because she felt like she had to be loyal. to him because that is who kept fixing her car. So she felt that she had to be loyal. But every time she went, she would always come back and something else would mess up because she kept trying to be loyal. Well, finally, we went out of town and we could not get to him. We had to go somewhere else. When we went somewhere else and got her car fixed by somebody else, she ain't never had a problem since. Baby, sometimes you have to not be loyal to people that fuck you over. And that's the issue. We try to be loyal to people that do not mean us any good at all. And it's not till we leave from that and we actually open our eyes and see what's really there, and we want to give people the benefit of the doubt so bad. We want to see the change in them so bad. We want them to change so bad, but we can't save everybody. You can't save them and you're drowning. That's not how that works. So if you feel like right now you're drowning, then maybe you need to reevaluate your circle of friends. If right now you feel like, even though you have these friends and you still feel like you're by yourself, maybe you need to reevaluate who you're hanging around. Because maybe that's not your people. Maybe that's not who you need to be around. That's the same thing in relationships. If you feel worse in your relationship than you do when you're by yourself, that's not who you need to be with. Baby, I can do bad all by myself. I don't need to have somebody else to do it with me. And that's what we don't understand. Sometimes you have to find yourself by yourself. You don't need to take everybody with you because everybody's not meant to come with you. Stop settling because you feel like you do not deserve more. And you do. So while we're talking about friends, honey, we are coming to my favorite part of the episode. It's called Ask Alethea, and I have a good one today. This is where you write your letters into me and I will read it live on my podcast. If you want your name mentioned, I can. If not, we can keep it anonymous. But this is my favorite part, and you actually get my real honest advice. So we're going to jump into Ask Alethea right now. This came from one of my followers. And it said, Dear Alethea, I have a friend that has been in my life ever since 2015 that I love dearly, but I'm also growing tired of. When we met, I was going through a breakup with my baby daddy, and so was she. I was full of everything but love, and so was she. So we clung to each other. Over the years, I've healed, and I'm now full of love, but she hasn't reached that point in her life yet. And I've tried to help her get there because I know a lot of it has to do with the fact that she hasn't healed from that breakup, nor any of our past traumas for that matter. But nothing I do or say works, and I'm getting to the point where I don't even want to talk to her. And I definitely don't want to be around her because I could be having a good day and her negativity will literally drain me. It's like I don't want to cut her off because I love her. She's my friend and she stuck by me when I was at that point in my life. But I also don't want to go back to that point by keeping her around. What do you think I should do? Whew. Well, that is a lot. That comes back to you being loyal. In your letter, you said that you've been friends with this person since 2015. And the reason that y'all became friends is because over a breakup. And you felt that being with her, y'all were going to heal each other. Oftentimes we try to find healing in other people when we should find healing in ourselves first. But we try to find healing in other people. And that's what you did, because y'all had a similar situation and you felt like, okay, we both are lacking love. So let's latch on to each other and we can possibly heal each other. But over time, you've noticed that you started to grow and your friend was still in that space where you were. You grew, but she didn't. So you notice that you have began to heal. You've noticed that you started to love yourself and she's still in that same place. Sometimes the friends that we have, because everybody has that one friend that will keep us in the sunken place. Every time you call them, they have something negative to say. Just like you said in your letter, you could be having a good day, but as soon as you talk to that person, they will bring you down into whatever they are going through, therefore bringing you into the sunken place. I am sorry. I do not need friends in my life that will always keep me where they are. I don't need to be in that sunken place where they are. I need to get up out of there. I'm trying to get myself out. You are in your situation. I've tried to help you. You've tried to help her, but she has to learn how to help herself. You can't help her if she is not willing to help herself, because all that's going to do is bring you down into that sunken place. Honey, get out. Get out. That's what you need to do. Get out. Sometimes the reason that we can't heal is because we keep going back to what makes us sick. And that seems like the issue that you're having right now. You keep going back to the exact same thing that made you sick. So if I have the flu, I get over it, but I keep going back to somebody who has it, I'm going to continue to get sick, and the cycle is going to keep going because I keep going back to the same person that got me sick in the first place. We can't heal if we keep going back to the same people that made us sick. We need to stop doing that, because all that's doing is being a repeating cycle over and over and over again. Sometimes we need to test drive these friendships, just like we test drive a car. We can test drive these friendships to make sure that this is right for me, to make sure this is right for me mentally, to make sure this is right for my peace. Baby, let me tell y'all something. I don't know if y'all have ever had, because I know that I do it all the time. When I have a subscription and I want to see just how it is, and I sign up for that 7-day trial, and then when I realize that maybe that's just not what I want, then I unsubscribe. You can unsubscribe to people too. If you realize that that's not what you want, honey, unsubscribe. You don't have to stay and become a member. Unsubscribe. But some of us stay and we feel bad, because sometimes our friends will make us feel bad. If we leave them, they'll make us feel like, oh my God, well, you are supposed to be my friend because you've been my friend for so long. Let me tell you something about longevity. So I have in my house right now a trunk with some clothes. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that y'all have the same trunk, because I do right now, of clothes of when I was skinny. I like skinny clothes because I felt like if I keep these clothes, that was gonna motivate me to get back in these clothes. So I'm gonna keep these clothes, and baby, let me tell you, it's been over a year and them clothes are still sitting right there, because I'm trying to change my body to get into these clothes that's been sitting there forever, not realizing that even if I change my body right now, I can buy me some new clothes. Baby, go get you some new clothes. And you trying to change to fit into the old you, when the new you requires something new. That's the issue. You're holding on to the past. Baby, that is the old you. That season is gone. It has passed. You are now entering into your new season, and not everybody is meant to come with you, honey. Enter into your new season. You don't have to change yourself to go back to somewhere where you've already been. You do not have to change yourself to go back to somewhere where you've already been. You moving forward. And if they're not ready yet, then that's okay. But let them be where they are, but you don't have to be there with them. Stop settling for less than what you deserve. Stop being loyal to people who are not loyal to you or themselves. Know your worth. Know who you are. Reevaluate the people around you and see if they are actually benefiting you. See if these are actually, in fact, your people. Or are you just friends with them because y'all have just been friends for a long time? It's okay to outgrow each other. It's okay. So I want to leave you with that. And this is your homework. If you go, write down everybody in your life. If you feel good around that person, when you're around them, then put a plus sign. If you don't feel good around that person every time you talk with them or around them, put a minus sign. Then add that up. Add that up. Then you will see the people that really don't need to be in your life. Try that and see what happens. I bet you'd be surprised at how many minus signs you have. So I will leave you with this as you go out there and be great in their face. Know your worth, know who you are, and never settle for less than what you deserve. I want to thank you so much for submitting your letter. If you have a letter that you want to write to ask Alethea, if you need advice on anything that you want to ask Alethea, send your letters in to Pimpin Positivity, PIMPIN Positivity, one word, at gmail.com. And I can read your letter right here on my podcast and give you advice. So, honey, send those letters in and ask Alethea, because, honey, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Okay? Now, as you go out there and be fabulous, remember to have a good day on purpose here. You're welcome. We are the shit, the whole shit.